Hello students, today I am going to discuss few questions with you which is related to class 9 science subject. Let us go into our question first. Okay. A bus is moving along a straight line at 20 meter per second, undergoes an acceleration of 4 meter per second square. After 2 seconds its speed will be. From this question, you would have understood the chapter is motion. The word motion comes into your mind as movement, isn't it? Okay, so we will see what of the quantities is given in this question. Okay, so yes, a bus is moving along a straight line at 20 meter per second. So they have said bus is moving along a straight line at 20 meter per second. That means they have given the initial velocity u as 20 meter per second. Next they have given acceleration as 4 meter per second square. Acceleration as 4 meter per second square. Next they have given in the question after 2 seconds its speed will be. So that means they have given t 2 seconds. And what we have to find out finally? We have to find out the final velocity. We have to find out the final velocity. Now can you tell me this initial velocity, final velocity, acceleration and time. These four quantities relates the equation. Can you tell me which equation it is? Yes, it is nothing but equation of motion. It is from equation of motion. Okay, it is from equation of motion. We have three equations of motion. One is v is equal to u plus at. Second one is s is equal to ut plus half kt square. Okay, and the third one is v square is equal to u square plus 2as. Okay, 2as. Now can you tell me from these three equations which one will suit our question? Yes, the first one. What is the first equation? V is equal to u plus at. Okay, here we have to find out the final velocity. They have given u as 20 plus acceleration as 4 and the time as 2. We are directly substituting the values, and now after calculating what we will get. 20 plus 4 into 2 is 8. Okay, and then 20 plus 8 is 28. So our final velocity which we have obtained is 28 meter per second. 28 meter per second. So the bus has started with an initial velocity 20 meter per second. It accelerates the bus of 4 meter per second square. After 2 seconds, they are asking after few seconds, that is they have given the question 2 seconds, isn't it? 2 seconds, what will be the speed? That means we have to find out the final velocity which we have found out from the equation of motion. Okay? Okay students, we'll go into the second question. Our second question is, when a ball is thrown vertically upward, it goes through a distance of 19.6 meter. Find the initial velocity of the ball and time taken by it to rise to the highest point. And they have given also the acceleration due to gravity g is equal to 9.8 meter per second square, which is a constant. So once again we can understand the question. when a ball is thrown, so a man is standing on the ground, he is throwing a ball vertically upward, okay, vertically upward, and they have given it goes through a distance of 19.6 meter, okay, 19.6 meter, 19.6 meter. Now they have said to find initial velocity of the ball, initial velocity of the ball and the time taken by the ball to rise to the highest point. So what happens here is, due to gravity, what happens if we throw something upward, not only ball, whatever things we throw upward, what happens? What is happening here? I am throwing my duster. What happened here? The duster gone through a distance to the highest point and then came back to my hand. Same way, the man throws a ball upward. It goes through a distance of 19.6 meter, and then after reaching the highest point, it again falls down due to gravity. Okay, due to gravity, it again falls down. It comes to that man's hand. Okay, so from this we can understand, like you see, the ball is thrown upward. The ball is not staying there. It is not staying in the air. It is coming back after touching a certain point. Okay, after going to a certain point, it is coming down again. Okay, so from that we can understand our final velocity is 0. Okay, our final velocity is 0. Okay, yes. So what we have found that our final velocity is 0, and we have been given distance S is equal to 19.6 meter. What we have to find out? We have to find out U is equal to how much and time is equal to how much. Okay, we have to find two things here. We have to find two things here: initial velocity and time taken. Which are all the things given here? Final velocity we have found, that is 0. Okay, and the distance 19.6 meter. Okay, yes. So once again we are using the equation of motion. First equation will be V is equal to U plus AT. We have already discussed. And S is equal to, second one is S is equal to UT plus half AT square. And third one is V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. In this question we have been given V, that is the final velocity, S, that is the distance, and you have to find out initial velocity and time. Given this final velocity and distance, also given they have given acceleration due to gravity. Here you see our equation is having V square is equal to U square plus 2AS, V is equal to U plus AT. A is acceleration due to gravity here, isn't it? But here you see the ball has been gone to a certain height, and then due to gravity it comes down. Okay, it retardates, accelerates to certain point, and then it retardates due to the gravity, isn't it? So we can write, okay, so we can write the equations as V is equal to U plus retardation. For acceleration we will use the sign plus. Okay, for retardation, because it's coming down against gravity, so the gravity is pulling, so we can write it as U minus GT. S is equal to UT minus half GT square, and third equation will be v square is equal to u square minus 2gs. Now can you find out which equation can be used here to find out our initial velocity and time? For initial velocity, first we can say for initial velocity, final velocity is given and distance is given, isn't it? And also the gravitation, the acceleration due to gravity is given. Okay, so connecting all these, we can see here v square is equal to u square minus 2gs we can use here. Okay, so our equation v square is equal to u square minus 2gs. Let us now substitute our equations. V is nothing but 0 here, is equal to u we have to find out minus 2, or else you, okay, minus, or else you can write like this, okay, keeping the plus sign here, 2 into g already minus 9.8, okay, it is retarding, so that's why we are using the negative sign here. So minus 9.8 into distance is 19.6, okay, distance is 19.6 here. So now again simplifying, we will get 0 is equal to u square minus is taken out, and 2 into 9.8 is nothing but 19.6 into 19.6. This I have written here, okay. Next, 0 is equal to u square minus, this can be written as 19.6 the whole square, okay, 19.6 the whole square. Next, taking this u to the next side, we will get u square is equal to, this negative sign will vanish, 19 square, okay. Cancelling this, if we are taking the square roots on the both sides, we will get u, the final, the initial velocity, okay, the initial velocity u as 19.6 meter per second. So you got 19.6 meter per second as your initial velocity, okay. So now you have got your u as 19.6 meter per second, okay. Next, so you have found out the initial velocity. Next you have to find out the time taken, okay. Next you have to find out the time taken. For time taken, now you see, for the time taken, v is given, u we found out, that is initial and final velocity both are there, acceleration due to gravity is there, and also the distance, okay. So all these things are being given. The simple formula from the equation of motion to find out the time taken by the ball to reach the highest point. So simple equation, v is equal to u plus at. Because of the retardation, we will write it as u plus gt. Here u is given as 19.6 plus g, retardation, remember we will use the negative sign, 9.8 into t we have to find out, isn't it? What is b here? Again it is 0, okay. So taking the 19.6 this side, it becomes a negative value, minus 19.8 into t. Negative sign gets cancelled on both the sides. 19.6 divided by 9.8, from which we will get the value t as 2 seconds. Understood? So now we got the value for the time taken. T is equal to 2 seconds. Okay. So here in this question, a man is throwing the ball vertically upward, going to a certain distance. It comes down again to the man's hand. Here they have given the distance also 19.6 meter. It will go up and then comes down. Here they have told to find initial velocity and the time taken to reach the highest point. Okay. So considering all this, we have taken the values, we have compared and taken the equation of motion, and we have solved. Finally, we got the initial velocity and the time taken. Hope you understood this question. Okay. Next question. If a thunder is heard by a man 4 seconds after the lightning is seen, how far is the lightning from the man? The question is, thunder is heard after 4 seconds. Well, after 4 seconds the man is seeing the lightning. Okay. How far is the lightning from the man? The speed of sound in air is given as 330 meter per second. Okay. So from the question itself, you would have understood it's about speed of sound and speed of light, isn't it? So here what they are telling, if a thunder is heard by the man 4 seconds after the lightning is seen. So what happens here? Man first sees the lightning and then only he hears the thunder sound. Okay. That means what? The speed of sound lags behind the speed of light, isn't it? Speed of sound lags behind the speed of light. Universally, the speed of light is given as 3, the constant is 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. What is the speed of light in air? 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. And the sound here, here they have given 330 meter per second. 330 meter per second. Now see the question. Thunder is heard 4 seconds after the lightning is seen. That means speed of light is greater than speed of sound. Now the question is, how far is the lightning from the man? That means they are asking the distance between the man standing on the ground to the lightning happening there at the sky. Okay. So what is given here? Speed of sound in air. Okay. Speed is given here. Okay. Next, they have given the time 4 seconds. After 4 seconds only, after happening of that lightning, after 4 seconds only, the thunder is heard. So the time taken is 4 seconds. Okay. So in this question, speed is given and the time is given. They have asked how far the lightning is from the man. So what you have to find out? Distance. Can you tell me the relation between distance, time and speed? Simple. From the 9th standard, we are from the small class, 6th standard itself, we are studying this equation. What is that equation here? It is nothing but speed is equal to distance by time. You know the speed, you know the time. What you have to find out? Distance. So distance from here, speed into time. What is the speed given here? 330. Directly you can substitute the equation. 330 into time is given 4 seconds. after calculating distance will be distance, that is the distance between the man standing on the ground and the lightning happening at the sky. D is equal to 330 into 4. That means after multiplying you will get 1320. What is the unit of distance here? Meter. Okay, so you got the distance, that is how far the lightning is from the man. The distance between the lightning and the man is D is equal to 1320 meter. Okay, I hope you understood this question.